Hey everyone, let's play some games. Today I'm playing the Mage in the arena. We had 9 wins and 0 losses so far, so let's see where this deck can take us. Hopefully I can get my first 12-0 ever. I've gotten 12 wins before, but never without any losses. Let's see here, our first opponent is a Druid. Well, don't really want the abusive Sergeant. I think it just dies too easy to the Druid hero power early on. The Loot Hoarder does as well, but at least it gets a card back. So there's that. I have to admit something. I unfortunately forgot to record any audio with this arena part. So I'm doing this commenting in post. I didn't discover it before after the game that I hadn't even started recording the audio. I really need a producer to make sure everything like that is in order. So he starts out with this Yeti, which is quite intimidating. I'm not really sure how to handle this, but I mean there's 2 options. The Acidic Swamp Boost or the Frostbolt. I don't think the Loot Hoarder is very good, since you can just kill it with his hero power. I think I prefer the Ooze here. And just kinda hope he doesn't kill it. Like, optimally he just hero powers attack face. Which is then what he does, since now I can just kill the Children Yeti, the Frostbolt and the Ooze. It's tempting to go face with the Ooze, but it's probably a bit too risky. The duplicate play makes no sense. Loot Hoarder, nope. I think it has to be the Frostbolt and attack with the Ooze. This player does have the Legend card back, so he's obviously a good player. But that's not too surprising at 9 wins. Wait, no, 8 wins so far, I believe. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I think that's the play to make. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good play for next turn. Like, I think it might just be Loot Hoarder Fire Blast, but he didn't have anything good to play here either, so that's okay, really. Let's play the Loot Hoarder, Fire Blast, easy turn. Not a strong turn, but an easy turn. At least I have some good 5-drops here coming up. Spectral Knight, Acid Drake, good stuff. That's a decent response, but honestly it's not too bad, since the Spectral Knight does so well against this. Could have used the Water Elemental last turn, but I guess better late than never, right? Let's see here. What does he have? Stonewind Knight. Okay. Kind of setting up the board for a nice Flame Strike. Can't do Flame Strike quite yet though. But I'll just kill the 2/4. I think that's the only thing that really makes sense. Then it's a bit tougher, like what to do here, but yeah, this fits the curve. I could have played the Acid Drake, but and the Abusive, but that doesn't seem very strong. I think this was the best play. Right. That looks like a sheep target. Could also Flame Strike. Huh. I actually cannot remember exactly what I did here. I think sheep is better though. Unfortunately I don't really have anything. Well, sheep duplicate would actually be pretty strong, I think. Because I have 2 strong minions on the board. So right, of course I can also just clear the board with Abusive Fire Blast. Right, and that way he can't kill the 2/1 with the 1/1. Sure, he can still do it with the hero power, but then he would only have 5 mana left to do other things. Okay. Not too scary. I still have a board control. Yeah, duplicate could be pretty good, like Acid Drake duplicate. Because, well, Acid Drake and Water Elementals are both very strong minions. So, I definitely wouldn't mind getting some extra ones of those. Yeah, let's freeze it. It's not like he has weapons. Let's see. Wailing Soul. That's pretty handy right here, actually. I gotta say. At least I get 2 extra water elementals. And it's like I can't Flame Strike Fire Blast here. And you know what? I probably should have. But actually, I don't think I do that. I get a little greedy. I think probably play the Sentient here, because my thinking is that he can't kill the Sentient with the Wailing Soul, and then I'm hoping he plays some more minions, so I can get a really strong Flame Strike.
What to do? What to do?
Like that. And a 6/6 here. Alright. I mean, this is fine. I can Flame Strike next turn. Hopefully he'll play a lot of minions. And everything will be good.
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, so then a swipe? Yeah, that hurts. That. Yeah, now the Flame Strike is not really that great anymore, since I would actually still have to run the 6/5 into the Venture Co. But I don't think I really have any other good options here. Like, I'm getting so low on life. Yeah. Got a Flame Strike. I guess Flame Strike, Mana Worm, Flame Strike, Fire Blast, something like that. Gotta play the Mana Worm first then. Ah, okay, Haunted Creeper, that makes sense. So here I think I make a mistake. I think I should have taken out the 7/2. I get too greedy here, which, well, as you see right here. Like, he only needed 7 damage from the hand, so as long as he just had like 1 Force of Nature or something, I was dead. I should have won this game, but I messed up, got too greedy. Let's see here what we have next. And there was no reason to be greedy there, because I had such a big card advantage. I could have afforded to attack in there, but I was just like, I don't want to do that. My minion is way better than his minion. He can do it. But that's not the right way of thinking. You gotta play what gives you the highest chance of winning. But let's see what we get next. Hopefully we can win this time. Alright. Versus another mage. Fair enough. Still don't really want that abusive sergeant. Not versus any class that has that 1 damage hero power. Especially when you have the coin, since you don't even need to use a coin to use the hero power, you can just do it. Mana Worm though, that's pretty good. Especially when you have the coin. Not that I have anything good to coin into here, unfortunately. Yeah, it might just be a mana rate. Right, so here I have some options. I can just Fire Blast the Loot Hoarder. Or the other option would be to coin out the Harvest Golem. But yeah, I decided to go with just Fire Blast it. And then probably so I can save the coin for the Water Elemental next turn, so I can get a 2/3 and a 3/6. I think that makes the most sense here, especially since she played the 3/2. Right. Unfortunately, I don't really have an obvious play for next turn. Like, I can play Mana Red Fire Blast, or I can play Harvest Golem or Cone of Cold. None of those options are very attractive right here. Yeah, I'm a little unhappy with my hand right now. So I think I end up just playing a Harvest Golem here. Like, I'm considering the other options, but the mana rate would just kind of mess up my next turn because I actually have some 5-drops I want to play next turn. So freeze the turtle. Seems pretty good. I mean, this is fine. Even though I didn't use all my mana this turn, I still got a solid minion out.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Interesting, yeah. I mean, so now I could play one of my 5-drops, or I can play a Cone of Cold, because the Cone of Cold actually fits in pretty well here. It would allow me to clear the board, or at least, well, not clear the board, but it would leave him with a 3/1 that I could then Fire Blast next turn, I think. So I do end up doing that. Kill that. That. If it was a weapon class, I think I would have gone face with the Water Elemental instead. But it's not. Let's see, Fire Blast. Only 4 mana left. Can't do that much. That's not too scary. Even though it trades pretty well with the Water Elemental. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy choice. No real point for me to go into that. Might as well get some more face damage in. I mean, sure, she could Flame Strike here, but I would be okay with that. That would just allow me to rebuild the board next turn. That. Fireball. Makes sense. Well, the cheaper Fireball didn't help that much, just allowed her 1 extra Fire Blast. Alright, so I have my good old Spectral Knight. And... right, kill that. In fact, I could have played the Haunted Creeper there too, because her 2/1 would have been frozen next turn. So I think that might actually have been better. Oh, Sludge Belcher. What a pain. Polymorph would be pretty nice here. I do have 2 of them in the deck, so there's a decent chance of drawing it. Well, what do you know? There we go. Polymorph that. Kill that. Fire Blast, Haunted Creeper, I think. Looks pretty good to me. I guess I was contemplating the mana rate for a bit there. Let's see what she has. It's a pretty close game so far, like kind of fought and back. I feel like I've had, like, slightly had the upper hand this game so far. However, gotta say, that Ogre is kind of scary. Huh. can't do too much about it. I can kill the Haunted Creeper relatively effectively though. I can run the 4-3 into it, finish off the little ones with the 1-2 and Fire Blast. That would leave me with 7 mana, which is a bit awkward. It would work with Mana Raid and Frostwolf Warlord, but the Mana Raid makes the Warlord one more expensive, so it's a little awkward. I end up doing it anyway, I believe. Well, this way he will end up with a 1-1, but he can't do too much with that 1-1, since he cannot Fire Blast the 4-2, so he can't kill it off easily. He can kill off the Mana Raid if he wants, but I'm actually fine with that. I don't even like him anyway. Alright. So he does decide to kill the Mana Raid. Wonder what he's making room for. Bloodfin Raptor, Raging Walker. Now I'm starting to get low on life. Don't want to make the same mistake as I made versus the Druid, so gotta clear the board. Not lose any extra life. I have the card advantage here. Don't mess it up. So kill the Ogre. Kill the Raging Worgen. Even though I'm sad to see the Spectral Knight go, but it's necessary. Alright. Then I think Brewmastering back the Warlord is pretty good here, because I don't really want to lose the 7-1 to a Fire Blast. I'll take the Archmage. There we go. What could go wrong? Let's see what she has. Hardened Commander, not too scary. That is kind of scary though, because that tells me she probably has 2 fireballs in hand. And if that's the case, like, there's nothing I can do. That's 13 damage. I don't have any healing. Even if I had a taunt, it wouldn't do anything. So, well, gotta kill it and just hope she doesn't have those fireballs. Well played. Well, let's see it. Alright, that is not 2 fireballs. However, it's not much better. I think that's a game. Actually looking back at that, I see I actually made a mistake. There was still one way for me to win the game. I had a Loot Hoarder. So I could have played the Loot Hoarder and Fire Blasted it. And if I got lucky, I could have drawn a Polymorph. Well, you know what? That Deathwing deserved the win anyway, so I don't mind. Good on Deathwing. Let's see what we get next. Alright. Another Mage. Can't even remember if it's the same one or not.
You asked for it. My magic will tear you apart.
But let's see here. Got the Mana Worm, that's good. Acidic Swamp Boost. Could keep the Violet Teacher to coin it out on turn 3, but it's not really that strong of a move, since well, the teacher relies on you casting other spells after it, not before it. So, let's see. Tossed it away, hoped I could get something else, and I did. Harvest Golem. Definitely prefer having that in my opening hand over the teacher.
Wanna blow something up?
Alright, let's see here. I think coin, Harvest Golem, because then I can trade the Mana Worm into the Mad Bomber. I think that makes the most sense. The unfortunate part is that then I don't really have a good free drop for next turn, and I don't have the coin to coin into the Water Elemental as I wanted to. But playing the Acidic Swamp Ooze would have been pretty weak, since then she could just have killed the Mana Worm. Let's see here. Alright, I mean, it's not mana efficient, but it's pretty card efficient. And sure, I have a 2-1 here that she can kill easily with Fire Blast, but if she does that, she can only play with 2 mana. So, in case he decides to play the Snapjaw, which actually trades extremely well with what I have on the board, which makes me want to fireball it. Like, I want to play the Water Elemental, but I don't think it's a good idea, because then she can just kill the Ooze with the 2-7 and kill the 2-1 with Fire Blast, and it's just, it's no good. So I do decide to fireball it. And then next turn, probably play the Acid Drake. Maybe something else. Depends on what she does, of course.
Don't mess with Tusk.
Right, so this actually makes it really awkward, because there's so much stuff on the board here. And I really want a Fire Blast, but I don't have anything to play together with the Fire Blast other than Arcane Intellect, which is not very strong for tempo. However, I do have the Blizzard coming up, so it might be worth it. Especially, like, you can kind of hope that she plays some more minions that'll die to a Blizzard next turn. Like, give her a chance to basically kill herself.
What to do?
So I think I end up doing that. Yeah. I have major card advantage, especially if I can get a good Blizzard next turn. Let's see here what she does. Well, that's not a very good Blizzard target, but it is a pretty good Polymorph target. Like, what choice do I really have? The other plays made no sense. So I think Polymorph, kill the Poly. Alright. Well, that was 6 mana for 6 mana, 1 card for 1 card, so that's fair enough. Let's see what she does here. Alright, 2 health. I like that. It's good for Blizzard. What else? What could that be? Right, Shadowed Sun Cleric. Well, that's... I mean, I couldn't really ask for better. Unfortunately, it still won't really gain me the tempo, but like, the card advantage now is pretty immense. Let's see what she got. Well, that's not a very effective battle cry. I don't really care if I'm frozen or not. Flame Strike, that could definitely be useful later on. So, I want to play the Water Elemental and the Violet Teacher. The problem is the Violet Teacher just dies to the Frost Elemental so easily. So I think I end up playing the Water Elemental and the Snapjaw instead, since he don't die as easily. And then hope that I can get a good Flame Strike next turn. If she plays some more minions. Like, she'll probably attack one of those minions with her 5-5. I'll take some damage and then I can flame strike. Well, it's true, I could flame strike here. But then I do draw a frostball, which actually makes it possible for me to set up for an even better flame strike. Like say Aster Drake, frostball this turn, just kind of let her play some more minions and then setting up for the, well, play the Aster Drake first, dummy. That's better. Go on. There we go. Play that. And a loot hoarder, that's perfect. I think at this point I start to wonder, like, is it the same mage from before? Should I be scared of Deathwing? I couldn't quite remember if it was the same one or not. Spoiler alert, it is the same mage. Which I believe I checked later on in my friend list to see who I played last. Let's see, I've got a nice flame strike. And everything is looking great. Like, as long as there's no crazy Deathwing coming up, I should be fine. I have the tempo advantage, I'm doing good on cards. So I should be able to win this. Spectral Knight. Pretty good minion to draw here. Probably play that. And I'm not sure if I want to play the Violet Teacher or not, because I don't want to play into a Flame Strike, basically. Yeah, decided to not play it. I think that Arcane Commander is what really tipped me off, because I remember she played that Arcane Commander the turn before Deathwing last game. That's when I check. Right, Grey, Grey. Now I'm scared. So now I'm starting to think that if I can clear the board and get a mana rate on board, Deathwing will be 11 mana. So as long as I can keep that mana rate on the board and she has no minions to kill it, she will not be able to play Deathwing. So that starts to become my plan. Unfortunately, I cannot clear the board this turn. So I'll just kind of have to do the best I can. Kill that. Get the turtle back. So we can get a new 2/7 later. Just play the teacher here. I don't want to play the Corehound, because actually I'm thinking if she does play Deathwing, the Corehound can do 9 damage to it. So that actually seems like a good idea. Of course I don't play the mana rate yet, since you could just kill it with the zombie. Sure. At least I have a lot more life than last game. Yeah, she's sitting there with one card in her hand. Scary stuff. But I can deal with it. So I'll play the Corehound because I can clear the board now. And because I have the mana rate out, she will not be able to play Deathwing. So as long as she can't kill the Corehound this turn, I'm in a pretty good spot, since then I will be able to, you know, almost kill her next turn. Well, it wasn't Deathwing she was holding on to, it was a Polymorph. And a Sludge Belcher. Well, that Sludge Belcher is a real pain. And the worst part is that now if she gets Deathwing, she'll be top decking it, which means that she won't even be discarding any cards. The good news are that I still have some cards to play with, but I don't have a good response to that Sludge Belcher. Like duplicate, wordless. Yeah, I think just Spiteful Smith, Fire Blast. Probably run the sheep into it because she can just Fire Blast the sheep. Yeah. And then just end turn. I could kill the first form of the Sludge Belcher, but I didn't really see much point in doing that. Well, there we go. There's Deathwing. Hello, old buddy. I believe I have one more polymorph in the deck, and I'm just kind of hoping to draw it. Just stall as much as I can. Probably play the Frostwolf Warlord this turn. So she is kind of low. So that 7/7 is scary to her, so she'll probably have to run the Deathwing into the 7/7, which will get the Deathwing down kind of low. So might be able to deal with it even without a polymorph. Not too scary. Duplicate on the turtle. Not the best, but not the worst either. But oh, a sentient, that's pretty good right here. And then I can get... No, the Deathwing. Okay, there we go. So she can run into the sentient, and then I can finish off Deathwing with a Fire Blast next turn. And I'll get 2 sentients in my hand, which is pretty nice here late game. Well, let's see what she does. Well, that makes sense. Alright, things are looking pretty good now. Alright, I can just play my 2 sentients and Fire Blast Deathwing. Kill the 4/2 with my 2/1. I was considering Cone of Cold for a second, but I don't think that would have been very useful there. Thing is, it's probably not going to be very useful later on either, considering we are both top decking.
Put this apple on your head.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, not much hope for her left. Kill that. Play the Water Elemental. And as long as she doesn't have some kind of... Well, even Flame Strike wouldn't be that bad. I would give her a chance, but I would still have my 3/2 Water Elemental. Or 3/1, I guess. Alright, so I managed to beat Deathwing this time.
Well played.
Well played indeed. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.